Today we're going to talk about the sexy posters that we used to hang on our wall back when we were a kid in the 70s and the 80s. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to do another video where we're going to look at some sexy people. These are posters that we would hang up on our wall. If you were a kid in the 70s and 80s, you would hang these posters on your wall. It let your friends, your parents, the world know. I think that's beautiful. And there was a lot of different kind, from models, that's with their job to look good, to people you saw on television, people you saw in the movies, people you listened to on FM radio. So we're going to dig into these posters, and I'm going to be honest, some of these people, I might not know their names, but believe me, I know what they look like. Some of them still in my spank bank today. You probably didn't need to know that, did you? Let's dig into these right now. Daisy Duke. Daisy Duke used to hang out with her cousins, Bo and Luke Duke. And as a boy in the South, this made me realize why. Us Southern boys love our cousin, because if you have a cousin like that, you will understand. You would risk getting some blood mixed up and having a warhead if you had a cousin like that, now wouldn't you? Let's move on to this one right here. Heather Thomas. I know a lot of people that used to tell me, oh, Heather Locklear. No, not Heather Locklear. Heather Thomas. She was more my style. She was on the Fall Guy, for God's sakes. I was going to say she was on T.J. Hooker, but she wasn't. That was Heather Locklear. But there he is, Heather Thomas. Look at that. So you don't need no fancy makeup, no lingerie for Victoria's Secrets. No. Just need a crop top shirt and some nice jeans. That's the kind of girl you bring home to daddy. Unless daddy's a pervert and don't bring him on, keep her away from daddy. How about this right here? Debbie Gibson. Remember back in the 80s, there was a big debate? Debbie Gibson or Tiffany, the Mall Queens. I was more partial to Debbie Gibson myself, to be honest with you. Nothing wrong with Tiffany. I didn't care about the music of either one. But I was like, if I had me a mall girlfriend, I would want it to be Debbie Gibson. After all, not only was she cute, she had some cute little hats. Remember? She used to always wear cute little hats. And how about this right here? Wish I had a knife to stab in my eyes. Get out of here. Remember this right here? California Girls. Yeah, don't you wish they all could be California Girls? Oh, there was a couple of these different posters. You see them hanging up all over the place. I saw this one time at a bus station. I couldn't believe it. Made me want to ride public transportation. I don't know who would want to do that. Look at this right here. Don Johnson coming out of the ocean. What do? Just beat up a shark? Oh, watch out, Jaws. Don Johnson's all wet. And then, so I look at these little guy pictures in here. And here, is that Birdie from the Sheriff Lobo show? He had a poster. I didn't think anybody remember Birdie. First I thought it was Parker Stevenson. Oh, the other guy from Simon and Simon. What happened to that guy? And then we have, I honestly didn't know he was going to come up next. I honestly did not know he was going to come up next. Simon and Simon guy right there. Yeah. I'd much rather have a poster of Gerald McCraney, but that's just me. That's just me. And then we have, what's all these guy posters? That's what happens when you get Dusty to pull the pictures for you. Hunter. Did anybody think Hunter was sexy? Now, you might have had this poster because you liked the show, but I don't think anybody was buying this. But, there's some tight jeans. I see that dong. Let's move on right here, too. Raquel. No, not Raquel. Well, just I was going to say Anne Hathaway. What's her name? She was in Viva Las Vegas with Elvis. And Margaret. Cool. Still sexy in the 80s. Maybe this late 70s. I don't really know. I don't see a copyright date. But she was an older lady. By them standards of being a teenager looking at posters. But sexy nonetheless. This is one you and your dad could get together and be like, yeah, your dad was like, I saw her hanging out with Elvis. I thought she was beautiful. Like, I saw her selling me some insurance and she was sexy. Both ways she was sexy. Like this right here. Bo Derek. Whatever happened to Bo Derek? She used to hang out with that Dudley Moore character. Remember him, Dudley Moore? There she is, Bo Derek. A 10. Remember the movie 10? Oh, what a classic. And then we have Morgan Fairchild. Morgan Fairchild. Yeah. She played Pee Wee Herman's lover. Not Pee Wee Herman. She played a guy playing Pee Wee Herman lover. Remember that? Ooh, had to steal his bicycle, man. That was awesome. There you go, right there. Not Morgan Freeman, damn. How about this? Farrah Fawcett. This ain't there was a Farrah Fawcett poster that like every teen in the 70s had it, every teen boy. Some teen lesbians probably had it too, but some teen boys had it. That's not the one, I don't think, but hey, it's Farrah Fawcett either way. And I don't think she's wearing a bra. Oh my God. Who's this guy? I know this guy. I don't think of his name now. Gary Buckingham, Gary Hansen. I don't know his name. I used to see him a lot back in the 70s. I hadn't seen him in about 45 years. Somebody put out APB on him because I think he's missing. Let's move on. I don't like looking at guys without shirts on. It makes me question my manhood. And then we've got, Joni loves Chachi. Yes, she does. Looks like Joni doesn't love a bra. She's trying to get a little, I don't know why they're trying to country her up. This is what Catherine Brock. This is what Catherine Brock should be posing as. But there she is. I never really found Joni good looking. I just never, maybe it was that Jerry curl or a white lady, Jerry curl. I just never really got into her. Well, she got freckles all over her tits. Yeah, and there we go. Everybody wanted to be in summer. Everybody wanted to be Suzanne Summer. Everybody wanted anything to do with Suzanne Summer. You was watching Three's Company. You might have been watching them Jack Tripper make you laugh. You wasn't watching it for that Joyce DeWitt. You were watching it if you wanted to see some sexy. You were watching it for Suzanne Summer. She was even hot in American Graffiti. She's awesome, man. Suzanne Summers. She was even hot on that, what was that show? Not Day by Day. What was that show she was on when she lived with my two dads? I think Patrick Duffy used to hang out with her. I don't know. You don't got to tell me in the comments. It'll come to me. I don't remember what it is. Don't really care what name it is. The Huggins family, maybe? Oh, look at this one. Lou Diamond Phillips. Lou Diamond Phillips. Young Guns himself. La 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 bamba. I can't believe they thought he was a sex symbol. And then we have, Cheryl Tiegs. I know that name because Lee Majors sung about her in the Fall Guy song. I've gotten burned over Cheryl Tiegs, blown up for one of the best TV theme songs I ever heard. Oh, what a body. And then we have, Lizzie Wagner, Rob Wagner's sister. Looking hot right there. Was she bionic woman? Yeah, I know, Lee Majors connection. How about that? Nice. And then we have Lonnie Anderson. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't a Lonnie Anderson guy. Everybody was, back in when KRP was on, people, Lonnie Anderson. My dad used to like Lonnie Anderson, man. And she'd come on TV and the crowd and the audience would whistle and honk the horn because she had a tight sweater on, her boobies hung out to here. I just never got into the Lonnie Anderson thing. Burt Reynolds hit that, and I still didn't get it. I was more of a Bailey fan. Remember Bailey Summers? I'm more of a Bailey guy. Kind of like Gilligan's Island. Do you like Ginger and Marianne? Some people might be a Mrs. Howell fan. I hope not. But I was like a Marianne fan. I just never got into Lonnie Anderson. Never really did. How about this right here? Is that the daughter from Maud? The lady from Swamp Thing? I never found her sexy at all. I had a friend that liked Swamp Thing because he thought she was sexy. I never really got into that. And then we have Dirk Benedict, Face Man. The only guy I know that could beat up some Battlestar Galactica evildoers and take on the military. Dirk Benedict. And then we have, I don't know who this is. I know it's one of the Charlie's Angels maybe. I'm not really sure, but that's some eye candy right there. Only thing to make her sexier if she was standing in the kitchen. And then we've got, this is one of the Parker Stevens. Is this one of the Parker Stevens Hardy Boys? I don't know who wears a jacket without a shirt on. Nipples rubbing all in. That is disgusting. Get out of here. How about this? Charlie's Angels. I don't remember all their names. That's okay. I never liked the one in the back. The one in the back with the bob. I was like, she does not belong to Charlie's Angels. But I can remember watching Charlie's Angels when I was little. I was like, Charlie's Angels coming on. Remember the theme song? My dad was like, oh, you like Charlie's Angels? I was like, yeah. And he's like, which one do you like best? Who's your favorite? Yeah, he thought I was going to say Farrah Fawcett. But I was always telling him, I like Bosley. Bosley was my favorite of the Charlie's Angels. I love Bosley. And then we have Peter Criss. I don't know if you can count this as a sexy poster, but this is cool. I was a Peter Criss fan. Sure, I love the song Beth, but I don't know. I just love Peter Criss out of the group. I got my face painted like in one time at school. They were having some kind of school thing where they paint your face. And I was like, mate, me, Peter Criss. I didn't want to take a bath for 3 weeks. I didn't scared it was going to rub off. Man, Kiss. Peter Criss. Great. Great one right there. And then we've got, was that Denise, not Denise Crosby, is that Kathy Lee Crosby? She was, I mean, she don't look that bad, but I never thought of her like that. You know, she just come on and host and, oh, that's incredible. And you never really looked at her like that. And it's like seeing your school teacher in lingerie. Like, I didn't even think of her being sexy. It just didn't seem like anything about it was sexy. And then we've got, who is this? Susan Sarandon. Susan somebody. I've seen her face before. I'm not sure. Maybe she's one of the Charlie Angels. I'm not really sure, but she ain't bad looking. She ain't bad looking. Is she as good looking as this? Another one. I don't know. Who is this? Kathy somebody. I don't know. She's a little too muscle. I gotta lose some of that muscle. But I don't want a girl that can beat me up. But look at that. That's a tight body right there. You know. That body's that tight. You know that butthole's tight. And then we got another one. I'm not sure who this is either, but pants are unbuttoned. Daisy Duke didn't do that. Keep it classy, lady. And the Bangles. Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Has they canceled that song yet? Has they been like, it's not political? I liked her. I don't remember her name. I think her name was Susie Boggins or something. I don't remember, but I always thought she was the sexy one of the group. And then we have, Kirk Cameron. I feel like this is a test. I feel like I'm going to hell for looking at this one. Let's move on. Samantha Fox. Some girls just want to have fun. She was one of the ones in the 80s. Us were about 13, 14, 15. Man, we love Samantha. Everybody's like, oh, Madonna. It's like, yeah, Madonna's sleazy. But she ain't Samantha Fox sleazy. No way. And then we've got, I didn't know they did a Phoebe Cates poster. That'd be a good one to have, especially if it was coming out of a pool. Then we got Heather Locklear. Now, she's not bad, but I like Heather Thomas more. There she is, right there. I think I see a camel toe. Let's move before I lose my monetization, before I lose my ad money. And then we got, I don't know who this is. I don't know if she's famous. Maybe you get this poster, you hang it on the wall. You're like, I hang this poster on the wall, and all you got for me is light beer. All you got for me is light beer. Say hello to your mom for me. Then we got the Budweiser chicks. Texas Bud Girls. This is another one that was all over the place. I can remember this one hung in the dentist office I used to go to as a kid. Budweiser Girls. That's how you sell some beer. Sexy women. Tiffany, like she's a little trying to be a little modest here, because let's be honest. Out of the two, Debbie and Tiffany was the sleazy one, right? Debbie looks like, yeah, she take you to the mall, hold your hand, you might get a kiss on the cheek. Tiffany, she look like she licked your butthole under the New Jersey Bridge, but I could be wrong. Just what I got, just a feeling I had. Oh, Winona Ryder. That when you knew you were a cool kid, when you liked Winona Ryder. Because there was kids, you're like, oh, I like, I was going to say Molly Hatchet. Molly Ringwald. Some other big famous teen actress of the time. But you're like, no. I like Winona Ryder. She was awesome. She's awesome then. She was awesome now. She's always been awesome. Alyssa Milano. This is the first poster myself I bought it at a record bar in the mall, hung it on the back of my door. Because, before then you're probably, you're like, I don't want my pants to look like girls. You was hanging up cartoon stuff or movie stuff. But you kind of, you're about 10 or something. You're a little shy about liking girls, right? Or who you like, don't get made fun of. But I was like, make fun of me all you want. Alyssa Milano. She might be batshit crazy now, but back in the 80s, she had this workout tape, let me tell you. Ali Sheedy had a poster or a calendar? No, not a good picture of Ali Sheedy. I like Ali Sheedy to me was a no one I really liked too, especially in war games. And I'm going to be on a limb here. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I know in Breakfast Club at the end they fixed her up to look hot. I thought she looked better before they fixed her up. Is it just me? But Ali Sheedy, I always liked Ali Sheedy, man. I used to watch war games. Man, oh, that was like my dream girl. I have a girl come and watch me play on the computer. Who's this? I don't know who Sandra is, but that's one big belt buckle. What's it say? Machine? She got a belt that says machine on it. I'm not really. Maybe because she's a sex machine. Maybe that's why. Not really sure. Let's look at one more sexy person we used to hang on our wall. That is disturbing, but somehow it's very sexy. It's turning me on in ways I don't want to deal with. Anyway, let me know about some sexy posters you used to hang on your wall when you were a kid. Back in the 70s and 80s, if you wasn't a kid then, tell about the 90s. I don't even know who you hung on the wall. Who'd you hang your kids for Saved by the Bell? Lisa Turtle. Was there a Lisa Turtle poster? Let me know that and more in the comments below.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.